finances. But actually, I was the one suggested to Tessa Marie, how can we turn into self-care? Because you know what? I have questions for you guys. I have a question for you guys. These questions actually, Tessa Marie created these questions. I really like these questions. Okay, question number one. Okay, are you and your finances on a different wavelength? Right? Question yourself. I'm going to repeat again. Are you and your finances on a different wavelength? Means you and your finances, are you guys all together? Ask yourself. Some people says yes. Some people just like, I'm not sure. The others said no, right? So this is if you guys just have, but for everybody, those type of people, today is a perfect show you guys to watch, right? There you go. What? Because, hey, if you're not, right? How are you feeling about? Right? And then what causes it? If you're not, what causes it? Right? What do you think it's what kind of cause? If you are like if you are stressed out, about finances, what do you think? What cause, Tessa?
Wow, wow! I love that. You know what though? The causes are numerous. The causes are like hundreds of different reasons why people and their finances are not together. And that is just, the cause is a lot, but the symptoms about that is worse. So if we know the cause, we can perhaps fix it before the symptoms get worse. It's like when you go to the doctor, they treat the symptoms. They don't treat the cause. They'll tell you, oh, you have a headache. Okay, so that's it. But no, doctor, I get a headache when I eat this. That's the cause. So what should I, you know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say of this thing, I know a lot of people, the doubters, the critics out there, going to say, what does financial stuff has to do with self-care? That is coming. We're bringing that to you, but we want you to hang on with us. Hang on, because financial weakness, or if you are not there, like your finances is on an express train, and it has left the station. You cannot pull it back. You cannot catch up with it. And you go and you're getting the train that stops at every station. That is how it is in many cases for many, many people. So one of the things you have to do, like Fallon said, online shopping, somebody else said that is not only the cause. Online shopping just sped it up more. Point and click. I told my friend who lives on my street, I said, I am positive that if they put your parcels in the truck and no driver from Amazon's warehouse, it would still find your house. The truck would come to your house by itself. And the funny thing that happened, one day, an Amazon truck stalled. It stalled in front of her house. It broke down in front of her house. And she called me. She said, look at this. I said, well, that's what I tell you. The truck refuses to go anywhere else but to your house. Point and click. So that is the latest thing. But before that, we started not even spending money. Is not only that. Sometimes we are not aware of how much money we have and where it is, how it is. We jump on this bandwagon and that bandwagon. But to bring it into self-care, we need to let you understand when all of a sudden what they call the blow hits you in the face and you realize you are going overboard. That's when you're slipping this way, you're slipping that way, you're tossing and you're turning. So, let us share with them. Share with them what happens. You go. Let them understand this part of it.
Okay. Okay. The reason we turn into self-care is Like Tessa Marie says, sleeping this, that, things, right? Anxiety, stress. If you and your finances not on the same wave, right? And it's gonna cause stress. Sometimes that stress and anxiety means we tend to eat junk food, more healthy food,
That's
junk
right.
food, right? Like we tend to overeat or undereat, okay? And then we tend to have more drink,
Yes.
alcohol,
Pop.
too much sugar,
yes,
too much sugar.
A whole bag of chips at one sitting, you know.
Or ice cream too. Whole bag of chips or ice cream. I need something to comfort myself.
Yep.
And what's going to happen if you bad habit, if you keep doing it because you're stressed out, because it's like your financial situations, what's going to happen? You wake up, you feel awful.
Yep. And a little guy shows up, and his name is depression. Depression comes in.
Little guy shows up. Yep.
And that little guy named depression, when he comes, he sits there and he starts going at you. So you thought it was a great idea to buy this, and it's pushing you, and it's pushing you. And that little guy,
this little guy,
he looks just like that,
and just depressed.
And you are afraid, you are ashamed, you get headaches, you start feeling bad. You don't. Some people do not even get out of bed. Some people stay in the bed and put the covers over their head during that time. And that is what we're trying to say to you. Get to know your money. Make love to your money. Find out what you can do. And when you see you're sinking, at least shout for somebody to help you, to give you a lifeline. Or sit down and be bold and face it. Do not put those bills under the fruit dish on the kitchen table. It still is there to be paid.
Still, they don't magically disappears. There is no a money fairy tale come and rescue until you're starting to rescue yourself.
Yep.
Right?
You have to make the choice. What am I going to do? You have to ask the question. The question is not how I'm going to do that, is what I am going to do.
I love that. Yeah.
You know what can I do to fix this? Where can I get help from? Yeah. And before it becomes too big to handle, you need to have the what you can do and where you can go to get the help. Yes. Do not ask how. When you get there, the how will come. But you cannot just forget it. Forgetting it is not an answer. It's a stressful situation. Yeah. And it does not stop.
Yep. Oh, I know. If you don't pay attention, try not to pay attention. If you're trying to forget the bill, what's going to happen? It gets bigger, turn into monster, which is, Tessa Marie wrote a book. You wrote about financial book. Like you just create the monster.
Yes, you're creating, and you need to control it. You have created, like you were in a lab. It's like you are a scientist in a lab, and you create a monster, and you keep feeding the monster by your habits, by purchasing more, buying more, going looking after more.
Monster gets bigger.
Yeah, and then they say, "Oh, I just deserve this. I must buy it. I deserve that shoe. I deserve that dress." And then you don't deserve is not a reason to go buy something.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
So that's the thing people have to realize. What you're doing to yourself is that monster that you're creating. When you use a credit card or even a debit card with an overdraft on your account, every time you swipe that card, you're swiping your future in the drain.
Unless I like the term. Yeah, future in the drain. Oh my gosh.
Unless you have a sieve to hold it. Otherwise, it's going down the drain. When your finances says goodbye to you, you cannot find it. badly managed finances take love away from household.
Yeah.
Okay, those nuns said to me, when poverty walks through the front door, love hightails out the window. Love just flies out the window. So there is tension. So that habit of not taking care of your finances, and because it's finance, self-care is not only putting makeup and all the other stuff we
No.
taught you. That is not alone, is not self-care. Self-care is body, mind, soul, and spirit. And that's what we bring to you. We want you to be aware that self-care finances can take away all the work you did about your self-care. Badly managed finances can destroy your own life. Your blood pressure goes up. It just goes on and on. So take them further, Yuko.
Take them further. Okay. So like, okay, I will
Thanks,
take. Okay, that's my turn. Like, you know what? The self care, like we do dance. Tessa and I will do dance. Like she does her dance, and just like she just kind of, okay, it's your turn, right? That's what I like about doing self care with you, Tessa.
Well, we're sharing the stage. We are. That's
sharing the stage.
That we cannot. One of us cannot take it. We have to give it to each other. That's how we do it.
I loved your dance. It was so, I felt the passion. Passionate. like you dance like passion, right? So now my turn.
You do the dance.
I do the dance. Okay. I do remember. Okay. So we'll talk about finances, self-care. Yes, cause anxiety and stress. Right? And then that was so many years ago. There was a financial show. And I used to love to watch. And people has financial problem. And then there was a lady, she has so much trouble finances, she got so stressed out, and she was on the bench at the park. Okay? What was she doing? And she didn't even, maybe the TV maybe added to over exaggerate or maybe reacted. I don't know. But she was at the park. She was on the bench. It's just like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Oh my gosh, my bill's getting bigger. Oh my gosh, I get so stressed out. How do I live? It's gonna, everything just like, oh my gosh, my life is a mess. And then what she was saying on the TV show, she's got a bunch of envelopes, right? Credit card bills, all the bills, 5, 6 bills. What she was doing on the TV show, she didn't even open the envelopes.
That's right.
And she was tossing in a garbage bin like this. And then when I was watching, yeah, no wonder you're in crisis. Because you're not taking care of it.
No,
right?
They don't.
No. And she's got the bad habit, right? Too long. And that she had to be on the TV show and somebody else has to help out too. Right? So it just thinks is like, I know I'm not the only one. There are so many people, I've heard it, right, around me too. And then we love money. Money makes you feel better. Money can buy happiness. Of course, like I deserve this and that. But it's okay if you can afford it. It's okay if you can manage, right? It's okay if you have a healthy, wonderful relationship with money. But if you don't, you just like, I deserve this, and you buy, and as soon as like minute after you buy, you start worrying about, oh my gosh, how do I pay for it? So that means you don't have a healthy relationship. When you buy something, you have to make sure you can afford to pay it. You can pay it for next month when the bill comes, right? And then you feel good. That's called self-care, I believe. And then I throw my bills away. Sorry. I didn't do good job. Okay, hold on. So, that's like, she's not the only one. There are so many people. They ignore it. They don't even read. This is a credit card statement, right? I attended Tessa Marie's seminar, financial independence seminar, whole month. And then I've learned so many valuable lessons. And then by learning it, that made me feel better. And I can sleep better. I feel like I can manage more. And then, oh, Tessa Marie's. What's happened, Tessa Marie? I will let you in again. Oh, no, it's okay. She'll be back. Some internet problem. That's okay. She'll send a message. So what's happening? After I learned healthier relationships, I can manage more money situations. And there you go. I can sleep better. There you go. All right. Thank you so much. Right. This is kind of... There, here you are.
No, it wasn't internet. Some marketer call on the phone and that cuts you off. I could see the number. So they call on my phone. I don't know what they want to sell me. They must want to clean my ducks in my house. And I told them all I have is Canada. I didn't answer, but they should know better. Anyway,
it's Instagram Live, right?
No, so, it's not Instagram. It's a phone call. So.
Oh, I know. No, anything happens Instagram Live. That's why I like it. Anyway, I was talking. Okay, some people. So anyway, so I was talking about if you know how to manage, if you know how to manage your money, if you have a healthy relationship, if you know how to handle the bills or how to read, you can have much relationship, and that reduce stress and anxiety, right?
But you know, Yuko, something that really annoys me. I wish I had brought it out here.
Yeah. What annoys you? Let me know. Tell me.
What it is when you do not, if you are at the supermarket.
Yep.
You're going to get groceries. You have the groceries. You come to the cashier. All the groceries is going. The cashier is there ding, ding, ding. And you are there on your cell phone and at the time. And then all of a sudden, it's time to pay. And that person they're in their purse, they cannot find their money. They don't know where it is. They can't find their card. And they're looking. But they don't even pay attention at what is being charged for the items they're buying. No. And then they're digging in the purse and they're looking for their debit card and or their credit card or their cash. And I am sure when you go and you were to talk to them, they still the same thing at home. They don't know where their finances are. They don't know where their bills are. They take their finances and they lose it like you would lose a button that fell off a shirt or an earring. That's how it is. So the same people, when they come to me for financial stability, they're holding their heads. They're ready to burst. You know, they're like this all over. And I don't know, and they start breathing hard.
So like just have a problem, like it's just like shortness of breath.
All that. And I said to her, so when you're at the supermarket, do you ever have trouble finding where your debit card is or your cash? She said, I just get so flustered. I don't know. And I'm thinking, well, your whole life is being affected by your ability not to take care of money. And then she's telling me sometimes I have to tell the cashier to take it back, take this, and because I don't have enough money. So, and that is stressful and it makes you feel bad, yet you allow it. And that's what self-care is. You need to be in the moment and take care of yourself at all times. Know where your money is. Know how much you spend. Know what you plan to spend. Be aware of what you're being charged. Because
that's important.
They charge you twice. You have to waste your time. Time you could be spent doing your nails, putting on your makeup, having a dance, hugging your husband. You're on the phone now trying to get the money back because you did not pay attention to what was being charged or what is going through your account.
Yep.
And that can take 6 weeks or more to get it done.
Takes longer. I have a habit before I leave the store or before I get in the car, I checked, right? I check my receipt. Because sometimes I used to check on the cashier, but sometimes it's hard to see the screen of the cashier. So after everything is done, actually, and of course I pay attention to the price, right? Or sometimes I see the barcode before I purchase on the shoppers. Make sure the product on the barcode and then price tag is match. I mean, those price things is match. Anyway, so but before I leave the store, before I get in the car, I get in the habit to check all the receipt. That way, you can turn around, go back to the store, you can correct right away. But
Yep.
if you waited long, sometimes more likely, it's only $2.99. I don't want to bother go back to the store. But
Yeah.
how many times you make the mistakes?
That's right. That is right.
That's from my experiences.
Well, let me give you something that happened. I went to the supermarket to buy crackers.
Yep.
They had 3 different style, and I want
Mhm.
all 3 different. When I look at the price, and I went to pay, the price she's telling me is not the price that was on the shelf.
Mhm.
So I said to her, I'm sorry, this is 54 cents, and you're charging me 99 cents. So she said, okay. So she went. So she had to give them to me at the lower price, 1 packet at the lower price for free,
Yep.
and then all the others at the lower price. Because in Canada, we have something called scanner accuracy.
Mhm.
So if the price that they're showing is not the price at the cash register, you get 1 item free, and you get the other, whatever you're buying, at the lower price.
Wow. Okay.
The woman was so flustered. By the time I left the store, she had given me everything for the same price, but they weren't all the same price. So I'm checking my bill, and I have to go back. So I'm going back to her. When I went to her, I said to her, they charged me the wrong price. But the person didn't understand what I was saying. She said, well, there's nothing we can do about that. You need to go here. So I went, and they said, well, everything is okay. You won't charge the wrong price. They charged me 54 cents for something that was 77 cents. It took me 10 minutes, and nobody got it. So I just picked up my bag and I left.
No
But
way.
yes.
Wow.
So the woman couldn't, I don't know what was going on through their mind, but I just said, you know what? I tried twice. I'm leaving. I left. But it bothered me. But if I hadn't looked, I would be the one losing 99
Yep.
cents for something.
Yep.
So it was, even that was stressful.
Very much.
It was. So that's
Yeah.
why your finances is important for you to know what you're spending on it and how it's going. Because that stress will follow you for days and days and
Yeah.
days.
Those stress can be very heavy. And then because you get stressed out by, 54 cents, 99 cents, sometimes you might talk to your husband a little bit, how to say, rude. Because
Yes.
you already get stressed out,
Yeah, you're stressed already.
right? And you forgot to smile at your neighbor because you're already stressed out about 99 cents.
Yeah, and you're driving, and
Yeah.
you're angry,
Yeah.
and you're not thinking of where
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
So this is the same thing. Your financial life is important. It affects you a lot.
Very
So
much.
your job, as what Yuko and I are telling you, each and every one of you, is make sure you understand what you're doing when it comes to money.
Yep.
The results is sometimes 10 years later, and you're still paying for that. I have people who said to me, Tessa Marie, I never took care of my finances, and now I'm retired and I do not have enough to live on. I have to now go back to work because
Yes.
I need enough money. So that's what we're saying to you now, is for you to avoid those type of pitfalls.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might think that is not self-care, but it is self-care.
It is self-care.
What you're doing it now is putting money in the bank for later. Taking care of your finances now is taking care of your life later on. That's what it is.
Yep. And it doesn't matter those all little things. Everything is connected.
It is.
It is. It's connected.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like you always say, 5 pillars of prosperity.
Yes.
Everything is connected.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
If you have financial problem, you think you're going to be spiritually in tune, you might say, you know what, I am done with religion. You'll blame religion. Mentally, you'll make some crazy decisions. Your boss, your supervisor might say something to you at work, and you react in a volatile way. because you're upset about your financial life. So
Yeah.
or you know something, you have the ability, you have learned it, and
Yeah.
it's time for you to use what you taught. Your mental capacity is weak. You cannot think, what is the answer? What should I do? And that affects you.
Oh, very much.
And then physically, because you're depressed, you're eating more, you're not exercising, you're not. So the five pillars are in tune there. But finances is not always the cause, but in many cases nowadays, it is the cause.
Very much. I agree. Because
You go ahead.
yeah, no, oh, thank you. Because I was researching about finances, about self-care, finances, problem, those things. I was researching. And then, yes, anxiety, stress. And then those things, if you start to accumulate anxiety, stress, you know what's going to cause? I was reading it like, oh my gosh, like it's just going to cause, what is it? Like it's turning to bigger, it may turn into bigger problem, right? It's more than cannot sleep. Because if you cannot sleep for so many days and years, what's going to happen? You are going to ruin your health. The heart problems, and then all kind of like I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, okay, it's good. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, like all kinds of like heart diseases, weight gain and loss, and cancer. It may lead to cause a problem.
It is. It is.
Right? Some people are just like, oh, you think so? Yes, it's a part of it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you look at your finances and you notice something is wrong, it is already wrong. It's been
It is
wrong
already
for a
wrong.
while.
Yeah.
So you have to be aware because it's stress on your nerve, on your nervous system, on yourself. One of the things you have to remember with your finances, you should check your account situation, your profile, your portfolio at least twice to three times a week.
Twice to three times a week.
Go in and check
That's a
it
great
out.
idea. Yep.
Everything is on the computer. The same computer you point and click and charge. That is the same computer you go into and look at your portfolio. Do you like what is happening?
Yeah.
Look at your main account, your checking account. Look at how many silly, stupid decisions you have made.
I know, yeah.
And a very wise young lady told me yesterday, she said, I asked that question, and I want you guys to ask yourself that questions before you make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Is that decision, a choice I'm making right now, going to get me closer or further away from my desire?
Mm-hmm.
That choice for you not to be aware of where your money is going and do not care and do not look at it and trust the banks to take care of it for you, is that choice, that attitude going to make you get closer to what you desire to be later on or further away? Which one is it?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Every
yeah.
decision you make has to have a consequence. So if you're making a choice to ignore looking at your assets, your liabilities, your bank stuff, ask yourself the decision. I haven't looked at my portfolio at the bank for a week, for 2 weeks. Now, is that a good choice? And is that choice going to get me closer to what I desire to have, or further away from what I desire?
I like the choices you suggest. Closer or further. Very simple though. Very simple, but those choices very work. They work so good.
Yeah, and somebody much younger than me said it to me yesterday. We were mentoring her, and she told me, no, Tessa Marie, this is what I asked before I make a decision. Is that decision going to keep me further away from my desire or bring me closer to my desire? So if you do not start taking care of your finances now for self-care, it will affect you later on. You will be the one at the age of 60 or 55 or whatever, and who cannot retire. Not that
right.
you don't want to, you can't. And I hear so much of that. I made stupid decisions. I can tell you a story, and that one, it happened at the bank. And it was
Okay.
so vivid. I was scared. I had two men. One man had, one man was sitting in my office, and he was retired, and he retired from one of the big meat packing companies in Canada. And he was 69, 70 years old. And he came to me to get a loan to buy a car. Really nice man. And he's just chatting and talking. Another man is waiting to see me. And he saw, so he just wanted me to know. He knocked on my window to let me know he's there because it was time for his appointment. So the customer in my office turned and looked at him. And he said, "Oh my God, this man worked for me. I was his supervisor at Canada Packers." And then I said, "Oh, okay." So
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it because I know both of their portfolios. And I'm going, "Okay, so he worked for you. That means you were
Yeah.
the supervisor." I didn't say anything. So he left. The other guy comes in and he has $300,000 and he's asking me to invest it and telling me, "Do what you want. I don't know anything about this." So we're talking. And he said, "That guy that just left, he was my man, he was my supervisor."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You keep telling me, Tessa Marie, that I have a good solid portfolio. He should have thousands and thousands."
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, if only you knew. I cannot say anything. The guy who was the super, and then the man said to me, every Friday night
Yep.
when we got off the bus, he said, just down the street, he went to the Besto and came out with 2 cases of 24 on his shoulder. He said that was like clockwork. And then,
Oh my gosh.
and at the age of 70, he's looking for a loan to buy a car. The guy who reported to him goes to Czechoslovakia every summer and comes back in the winter and makes me invest for him. The difference. And
Wow, that story.
I'm
Wow.
I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him and I'm thinking in my head, what am I going to do? Can I open my mouth? No, I can't. I cannot say a word. But the one of the
Wow.
$400,000, he was just a worker, but he invested and he did not buy 2 cases of beer every Friday night and one on each shoulder. So he owns an apartment, he owns a condominium in Toronto, a house in
Yep.
Czechoslovakia, money in the bank here. The other one is still renting in the same building he was renting when he was 27 years old.
But he
There
was
you
a
go.
supervisor for that guy.
Yes. But he did not take care of his money. So at the age of 70, he's looking for me to give him a car loan on his pension so that he can have a car.
Wow.
So tell me.
Wow, that breaks my heart. But
It does.
that'll, yeah.
So
You know what? Like, it's, oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing the story. Because
so
you know
this,
what?
yeah.
Yeah, those
If you,
people actually everywhere too.
yeah,
The guys on the beer, he's not the only one that exists in this world.
no.
There are so many people related to it,
Mm-hmm,
related to him.
mm-hmm. And the thing about this whole situation is, this is the lesson that I looked at. And I always tell you, I observe and I listen. And I will never forget that. And that is why I'm saying to you, no matter where you are at that young, nice age of yours, you
Yep.
better take care of that journey. Because
Yeah.
you know what? 50 years does not take a long time to come. So you might be in your 20s and you think, oh, I have time to do this. No, you don't. You
No.
must start the seed now. Otherwise, you're stressed. You think that 70-year-old man really should feel, he feels good coming to get a car loan?
No. I would imagine this is my, I would imagine he's probably as living with depressed and
Of
anxiety, a
course,
lot of
of course.
anxiety.
Of course, he was overweight. The alcohol must still be going on. His
Yeah.
face was red and he
Yeah.
was overweight. The other one looks tall. His wife looks
Yeah.
nicely made up. He comes from Czechoslovakia, brings me chocolates and all kinds of stuff from Czechoslovakia. And this one is there and he's right there. He was born in Canada. He's Canadian. The other one was from Czechoslovakia. But he wanted a future. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, that probably he was doing the guys from Czechoslovakia, I can pronounce Czechoslovakia. He was like, he probably questioned himself.
Yep.
Do I want to further away? Do I want to be closer? Right? Desire.
Yes. I too had that experience with somebody when I was 22, 21 and a half.
Wow.
I bought a house and she looked at me, she was 45,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she said to me, I was born here and I do not have a house, and you have
Oh, you cut. I can't hear you. I don't know. We lost your voice. Oh, somebody's calling you? I can't hear. It's okay. Talk with gestures, Tessa. That's happened. Somebody must be calling to Tessa. She's a busy lady. Yes. Yeah, her voice is gone. What's happened? Instagram. That happened to Instagram. That's all right. That's why we're here together. If she lost her voice, my turn to talk, right? We're dancing together. She kind of passed to, like, dance part of me to me. Anyway, those stories Tessa shared, those two guys were very, very impressive. Yes, like she said, oh, hello, hello. She said the guy stressed out the money, right? He was in 70s, asked for car loan because he didn't have enough money to save up to buy car in his 70s. Ask Tessa about a car loan. You know, that's so stressful. I'm pretty sure in his mind, he just like, you know what? I will let you in. There you go. Oh no, there's no Tessa, you have to be out. Like I cannot let you in. You are already in. Or you are going to get out, or there you go. She'll be back. Right? So yeah, the guys in 70s, I am pretty sure every day he just like he was living so much anxiety too, right? Do you want it? The thing is, do you want to live your life like that? You gotta ask yourself. And then Tessa and I, especially Tessa, will say, you have a choice, right? You want to be closer to your desire. Here you are, Tessa. You're back.
I know. There's always some phone call that came in, and that's what did it. Somebody's phone in the same damn number. I'm going to find out and tell them to go to hell.
We're doing self-care show. We're
Yeah,
taking
come
care of
on,
yourself.
come
Why are you
on, come
bothering
on.
us?
Yeah, why are you bothering us? So anyway, go ahead. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, like you have this like desire, be closer or further. I like that. I like the question. When I buy, you know what? From now on, whatever I do, financial decisions, or when I maybe purchase something, I am going to ask myself these quick questions, right? And that'll really help to give me better decisions or
yes,
best decisions.
yeah, it will.
And then I'm not going to stress out when the bills come out. I was looking through the bills, and you taught me on the financial seminars, and that gave me big relief. It made me feel better. It's helping my self-care things. It says, there's a bill. This is my credit card bills, right? And then this month, okay, amount due is $13.68. Minimum payment is $10. Okay? So it says on the card, and the back of the card, it says, reminder, if you only make the minimum payment every month, it will take approximately 11 years and 5 months to pay the total balance shown on this statement.
But people do not read that.
No!
Okay, to be honest.
Yes.
Hold on. Look at it. Look at the size of the print. What you just read is in small print.
Okay, it's like really tiny print.
That's right. You are
It's
not
even
supposed
like
to.
page 4.
Yeah,
It's not in page 1.
and
It's
you're
not in
not.
page 1.
That's right. And people don't see it. People do not know that.
No, it's right
Can
here.
can you believe you're paying a bill for 11 years and almost 12 years? Can you believe that?
That's with interest. If I
That's,
keep paying only $10. So you making somebody else rich and you doing somebody else's take care, not
and,
yourself.
and what you're doing is keeping yourself further away from where you want to be.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. You're going in reverse. I'm going back. I'm
Further
going back.
away.
You know, you're going
Yeah.
the wrong way. You're not going in the right way. So self-care is taking care of your financial things. Like Yuko wanted that topic. And when she said she wanted that topic, my brain went, oh my God, that topic. Some people will like it. Some people won't like it. Some people will not put it in with self-care. But the devastation that a lack of control of your finances can cause on your nervous system, they say it can give you all sorts of diseases, from cancer to diabetes, hypertension. Because every time you think of that bill, you go, oh gosh, I don't know what to do. They're calling again. Here they come again. They're calling. And they
call again.
They call at 6 o'clock because they know you are home.
And your blood pressure is going to be up.
Yes. And you're trying to prepare dinner. You're trying to have dinner. And, oh, you have to pay your bill or we'll take your house and all of that, right? But you messed it up.
Yes.
And sometimes I know somebody who's going through that right now. And he is so stupid, ignorant with it. He's threatening them. I'm going to call this. No, you are the one that is. You do not have control because you use these people's money and now they want it back. So I said to him, you cannot behave like that. They won't have any sympathy for you. Don't swear. Don't tell them dirty, dirty things. So I said, right now, they are holding the knife and in the handle, and the blade is pointed at you. And you are so stupid, you're grabbing the blade, and each time you pull on the blade, you are bleeding more money.
Yes, that's
so stop that nonsense.
Yes. Yeah.
But the arrogance of that human being is so bad that he cannot see what he's doing.
No.
I said, do not shout at them. If you need them to assist you, to help you, to guide you, to get out of the hole that you placed yourself in there because you weren't conscious of your actions or the decisions you were making, you need to be a little bit calmer.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have to. And I said, yes, you do. So one day, they just took the credit card from him. They literally took it. When he went to make a bill, they said, oh, we have to keep the card. And now he's even more upset, so more stress on him. So what I want you guys to understand is we are not telling you self-care is only makeup and a massage and all these things.
Nails, you know.
No, that is it. But you have the other one that weighs on the mind.
Yep.
And if your mind is not functioning well, if you're not in the moment, you make decisions and choices that keeps you further away from your desires.
That's right. And
you have to be aware of that.
Very much. And isn't it nice if you can take care of financial situation very well, and then you have enough money to do your facial, nails, hairs, that even feel better.
Yes.
But if you are very stressed about your financial situation, yet you go to nail salon, you go to spa, you spend like $700 for the highlights, you're not going to truly feel better.
No,
I don't call it self-care. I may be self-care temporary, but it's not true self-care.
No.
True self-care is it's even tastes better after taste.
Yeah.
It tastes good, delicious, sweet when you're doing it, and even after that, even tastes better.
Yes.
Right? So that's why I just like, Tessa, how about financial things? She's just like, I have to have an idea cap on. She has to have like a couple minutes silence. And I was staring at her. We're on a Zoom meeting. I'm just like, okay, I know.
Hold on.
What's going on?
No, there's a ding dong at my door. That's what's going down.
Oh, okay. No problem. But we hear you. That's okay.
I
Yeah,
can
I'm going
hear
to read
you.
the comment while she's gone. I
Okay, do
am.
that.
Oh, Tanya. Okay. Yeah, this already told that it's never too late to start saving. Never too late. Like, I am 51 years old. You think I'm gonna just say, "Oh, it's too late to save." No, you can save any age. It doesn't matter. You don't have to save. Like, you know what? Maybe if I don't have like lots of money, you don't have to put like $500 every month. Or you don't need to like have maybe 150. If you only have end of the month, maybe 10, 15, save it. Never be too late and never be too old or too young. And then when I used to have a hard time to financially, and then, but I even had maybe 15 bucks in my wallet. But I just like, you know what? I saved $5. I saved $10. And then I used to deposit money, the bills, just $5. I used to do it like 10 bucks, right? It's saving. That $5 saving is better than no savings, right? And that makes me feel better, right? That $5, maybe I could go to convenience store, buy juice or whatever, right? Buy maybe the pop or buy maybe some junk food. And I may feel, I may feel good temporary, but that's not what I would rather choose to feel better myself. So I choose to deposit that $5 instead of going to the store, buy junk food. I choose to deposit $5 into my saving account, right? That's why really, really the financial self-care Sunday. I choose to like financial relationship too. Yeah, it makes me feel better, right? Save something, anything, even if like you won't only have, we learn it, right? Piggy banks. You remember like when you were little? I don't know, nowadays we used to it's called piggy banks. Yes, in Japan we had a piggy banks too. Just like the ship, right? So I used to put maybe it's 100 yen equals to maybe a dollar. Or I had like maybe 10 yen, about the dime. I used to put any change in piggy banks. And my family used to make fun of me. If you need money, ask Yuko. She always have money. And even if my husband still say that, you always have money. I do always have money. I might not have the huge amount of money, but I always have money to like, say we need something, we can just get it too, right? Grocery store. Yeah. Oh, you grew up with piggy bank. That's nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like piggy bank. And then when we want to do something, say like maybe when I want to buy, it costs $20 or $30 or maybe a little bit more. And then I didn't break my piggy banks, but I used to just open the bottom. I used to shake the piggy bank, take the money out, right? And then I had money to do what I want to do. And then that gave me joy, right? Yeah, kids are smart. Kids are very smart. Oh, don't be sorry, Tessa. I can hear you.
You can hear me. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
no problem. It's
They're supposed to come to fix my alarm, and
yeah.
they're supposed to come at 12 to 5. And I can hear the doorbell going, and it's 10 o'clock. So sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. So
No,
now
don't
I said
don't be. I kept
12
talking.
to
I kept
5, come at
yapping.
12 to 5.
No problem. And then like the Tanya, Aman, and Karina, they keep busy too. Okay, it's almost an hour. Unbelievable. Time flies,
Time flies
right?
when you're having fun.
Yes, very much. Okay, I wanted to share a quick story before we leave. The reason comes from my experience. The biggest reason I wanted to talk about this topic, doing the self-care, I did a very painful, I had a very painful experiences. Okay, my family, they weren't really financially independent people. Okay, I came from that family. So when, and then when I was 15, before I went to high school, my parents divorced. And then we got no money. And then in Japan, you had to pay money to go high school. You have to pay every month to attend the high school. And then my mom said it only cost maybe $100, $110 a month to get an education every month for the high school. But my mom didn't have money for that. But I wanted to go high school. So then things is, so I got the student loans. It's student loans slash scholarship, those things. So I got the money, about $3,000 or something too, all through the high school year, right? And after that, where I was supposed to pay back, as soon as I graduate, the company sent the bills, about $50 every month. You gotta pay back, right? But if I became teacher, I didn't have to, but become teacher. I didn't need to, but I choose to be a hairstylist. So I had to pay back $50 every month. And the bill came, I was 18. I told my mom, like, oh, okay, the bill came. So I gotta pay back. My mom, you know what my mom says? Don't worry about it. That's okay. So many people, they don't pay the student loan back. And I was 18, naive. I just like, okay, so I can just leave it and start to accumulate. And I paid back once in a while, but interest kept adding. And then you know what? And then it gets a little bit big, and then it was starting to haunting me. It's starting to become monsters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then when they showed me a bill, you're supposed to pay back that much. I just like, that's more than $3,000. They gave me $3,000. And then in the end, it became more than $3,000. Right? So I started to have anxiety, stressed out. And then that's like, even if after he came back to Canada, bill kept coming to my mom's house. And then I realized that I just like, I gotta pay back. I'm in Canada, but I gotta pay back. What should I do? So I decided to be honest with my husband. I told my husband, I have a debt. And he was surprised, but he said, you have to pay back. And because you need to feel better. And if you feel better, I'm gonna feel better.
That's right.
Yeah. So he gave me money, and we use our savings. And then luckily that year, Canadian dollar was doing really, really good. 20% more. The exchange rate was so good, 20% more, right? So Japanese yen was weak. So you know what? And then I went back. I just exchanged money, and I paid back. As soon as I paid back, it took all my stress out.
Oh yes,
I felt free.
Yeah, financial stress is really bad. I know people who lost their hair. They lost hair because of financial stress.
Yeah.
You know, they lost their hair. Some of them, it's just so bad. Their hair dropped because of financial stress. So I know
very much. Yeah. Painful experiences.
It is. It's an awful experience. But
it is. So I just like, never again.
Never again.
I made it, you know what? It's like a crazy, even if that student loan slash scholarship, it's very, very good ones, but its interest keep compounding.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like your term said, I was feeding monster.
Yeah, you were feeding the monster, and you didn't even understand that.
Nope.
You know,
I didn't understand.
This self-care was the most important thing.
Yeah.
And I hope people got the message. What we were trying to say to you is that if you do not take care of money now, it will affect you. We gave you lots of real, true life examples. I gave you my personal one with that lady. I told you about my clients and the two clients at the same time. That was a lesson for life for me.
Yeah.
And Yuko just told you hers. So if you think this was not self-care, think about it again.
Yeah.
What you're doing with your finances, is it going to take you closer to your goal or further away from your goals? You have to know for sure.
Yeah. And then like, I'm going to read a comment, Tanya. They will find and chase, they'll find you and chase for their money. You know what? That was true. As soon as I pay back, you know what's happened? Immigration, Canada, they send me a letter. You're going to be a landed immigrant soon. You have to show up to our office that certain day. That even, I believe it, because they research everything. I had a bad background about the money. I owe money to student loans in Japan. Back in Japan, but they research everything. And as soon as I pay back, I became a landed immigrant. I had a letter from immigration.
Those type of things keep you back. People do not understand it. And it affects your health. Anything that affects your health is self-care. You need to find out what is going on and make it work. You have to.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one of the things. So guys, look at that.
We had
a very eventful morning. People kept calling all the time, cutting me off from the live. But we soldier through it. Like how we always do. We never give up. You can't know how to stop when we get started. So no matter what happened, we'd find our way back. And it was the repair people for the home alarm system.
Yeah.
You know, and my appointment is 12 to 5. Why are you here at 10 in the morning? So,
but it's a life, Tessa.
So I told him to go away and come back at 12. I haven't got this.
You know what? That'll tell you. It's like anything can happen. But we do not forget to dance, right? No, we do not just have fun, like just dance like this.
Forget to dance.
Yes.
We do not forget to dance.
No, we not forget to dance.
And no matter what you do, shake it out. Dance. When you don't know what to do, dance.
Yeah.
Do not let life bring you down. When you don't know what to do with life, have a dance.
Yeah.
And let the life see that you are okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no matter what's happened. Don't let the things hang on to you. You can shake it off. You can, shake it off.
Shake it off.
Yeah. So that's it. I hope everybody enjoyed our show.
I hope you guys had a nice time with us, although we had a lot of little bit of things happening. So thank you so much for coming here and joining us today.
Yeah.
It was self-care. Taking care of your finances is self-care. Don't stress it out. Pay your bills, know where your money is going, know what your bank is charging you, know what you're paying at the supermarket, know what you're paying, know what when you're using your cards, what you're doing. Self-care, financial self-care is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual self-care. And do not tell me finances is not self-care. All of you, the critics and the non-believers, but if it affects you in any way, then it's self-care.
Very much.
Because if you cannot sleep at night because you have bills to pay, guess what? Blood pressure, diabetes, and your hair drops off. And there's no way you can hide these bills by putting them under the fruit dish on the kitchen counter table. Yes. They're still there.
Yeah, still there.
They're still there. And by the way, just in case you do want to know, it is compound interest. Interest on the interest. And ask yourself this question every day. Are my actions today going to take me closer to my goals, my desire, or further away from my desires?
Yeah.
And if the answer is further away, stop in motion and decide. Make a choice. And if you don't know what to do, sit it out. Or if you don't know how to sit it out, then just dance.
I like it. Yeah. Just dance. That'll change energies. Yeah, that'll change energy too.
And seek help. If you have messed up, there's somebody out there that knows what to do. Ask for help. And if you mess up and they're calling you, this is not the time to behave like an uncivilized person and shout at them. The knife is between you, but they are holding the handle in their hand and the blade is pointed at you. Don't touch the knife. Do not hold the blade. You're going to get cut. So sending you light and joy for Yuko and I. Have fun.
All right. Yes. Have fun, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week on Sunday at 9:30. We'll
Take
have
care.
more fun.
And
All
I
right.
hope you got
Yes.
something today, your nugget, your pearl, or your
Yep.
rare Canadian diamond. Ooh,
Oh my
so
God.
make sure you share what you learn, because knowledge is not yours to keep.
That's right.
Everyone should teach someone. Bye.
Bye. All right. Bye, Tessa.
Bye, Enrico.
Bye, everyone.